What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. What's up, Chris? What's up, Jewel? What's up, Darth? What's up, Annabelle? Y'all come on in. What's up, Brandon? Chris, I hope you bringing the fire. Of course, we're gonna always bring the fire. Can't leave the torch at the house. Cannot leave the torch at the house. Y'all come on in. What's up, Layla? Alright, we'll get one more minute, y'all, and we'll get started. What's up, Diana? Alright, let us begin. Let us get started. How about we go in? The title of this lecture is called Wakanda Forever. Yeah, so we're going to go in on this energy known as Wakanda. You know, it was popularized in the popular movie we know as Black Panther. But now that we know what it is, we got to ask ourselves, what is Wakanda? Where did it come from? You know, You know, what is this? What is this energy? Why was it so popular? Why was it so explosive in the movies, in theaters? Besides the fact that Black Panther is a popular comic. We outside of the pop culture side of it, why was it so popular on a spiritual and soul level, and a mental level? See what I'm saying? Now, so let's ask, what is Wakanda? Wakanda is, there's a particular tribe in Omaha, Nebraska, and their concept of the Great Spirit, the pre-existing one, or God, if you want to just say the word, is called Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? Which means the Great Spirit. You see what I'm saying? Or Poor Mandarin, or Hunab-Ku. See what I'm saying? So Wakanda is the indigenous name for the pre-existing one. You see what I'm saying? Over here. And that's this tribe over here. You're going to come see that throughout this lecture that a lot of the concepts in Black Panther don't come from Africa. They actually come from America, North America, the indigenous teachings. See what I'm saying? So now, let us continue here. Another word, another meaning for Wakanda is water spirit. So, water spirit is the life force, or the force. You see what I'm saying? It's the life force, or the force. So also. So now, when we're dealing with this energy here, in the movie Black Panther, they give you two variations of Wakanda. They give you the city, and they give you the ancestral plane. So we're gonna go over the ancestral plane first. See what I'm saying? Let me get you situated here. Let me show you the scenes, and we're gonna get started. We're gonna go from there. Let me make sure there's something here. It's super bright out here today, so. So this is the ancestral plane, the primordial realm, the pleroma, the fullness as they call it. I ain't gonna show y'all that. I'm quite sure y'all all have seen it. So, just wanted to show you that energy known as the ancestral plane. Now, that's T'Challa's version, and then we got Killmonger's version. I'm using both of them for a reason. So yeah, there go his scene. Now, if you notice, what I wanted to show y'all here is in the pleroma, it is based off of your own subconscious experiences when you transition, right? T'Challa's was an open jungle, the jungles of Africa or Nubia, right? The jungles of Nubia, so his people were sitting in what? A tree, which is the tree, the clip off the tree of knowledge in this case, right? And they were what? Black Panthers. Who is the Black Panther? The Black Panther is the Iroquois and Mighty Panther spirit or Mighty Panther deity known as the JoJo or the Joji. You see what I'm saying? So this is all science that comes from over here, actually. This is where, forget the guy's name who made Stan Lee. This is where he got his ideas from, right? So, this, because, they had access to all the indigenous teachings plus what was going on over there in ancient Egypt. So now, it's based off their subconscious experience. So T'Challa experienced an indigenous jungle, and he experienced his fathers on the trees. He experienced his ancestral Black Panthers that he can naturally commune with anyway, right? So when Killmonger went and to his father, it was his father's apartment room. You see what I'm saying? When he went to the ancestral plane or the primordial or the pleroma, it was his father's apartment. You see what I'm saying? And interestingly enough, they made this connection here. When Killmonger started talking to his father, he became what? A child again. Now, but when what's his name? When T'Challa was in the pleroma, when he was in the pleroma, he didn't become a child again. So what was they telling you? Because that was Killmonger's first time he re-entered his childlike state, which was his most magical and most purest form. You see what I'm saying? And he talked to his father because his father was taken from him when he was what? A child. See what I'm saying? And so he talked to them and he reconciled that with his father. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. So they showing you that Wakanda, the true Wakanda, is the pleroma. You see what I'm saying? The primordial realm. That's what they really showing you in this scene here. So in both these scenes. Not the Wakanda, the city, which is what we about to get into now. Wakanda, the city, is actually the fifth dimension. You see what I'm saying? High dimensional Earths. You see what I'm saying? So they'll see the high dimensional Earths. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, snap, it ain't even playing. Man. Do something wrong.
Sister Nakia, my prince, we are home.
So, we know that Wakanda is the fifth dimension. How do we know Wakanda is the fifth dimension? They literally had to get on a starship, which is their macabre, and travel from the third dimensional plane to Wakanda, which is the fifth dimensional plane. They literally had, and how did she get there? How did Okoye get there? She got there by meditating. You see what I'm saying? She meditated to get there. Because she was doing what? She was controlling the ship with what? Her mind. And the ship had what? Mind interface technologies. But metaphysically, it's the macabre. You see what I'm saying? It's the macabre. Traveling, that vehicle of light that's inside, that we all have, and that you use to travel the cosmos with, right? Astral projection, all that, right? So, when they got to the other realm, the fifth dimension, it looked what? Peaceful, right? Peaceful. Why was it so peaceful? Why was it so balanced? Why was it so stable there? Because they were operating on a higher dimensional frequency, right? Now, y'all know that all Wakandans had a particular tattoo in their mouth, right? You know, that they had up under their bottom lip. Let me show you a picture of that. Let me see here. There we go. It looked like this. They had that particular image. Of course, it was in their language, their native tongue. But you know, we gonna just use it for the purposes of this video because we speak English, most of us. So, yeah. Anyway, that seal that y'all see on their bottom lip that I just showed y'all is actually the seal of God, or the seal of ascension, or the seal of transcension, or the seal of enlightenment. You see what I'm saying? That they talk about in the Bible, the seal of God. That little glowing insignia that you see shows how they are marked by the pre-existing one. You see what I'm saying? Por Mandres, Hunaku, or Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? In this case. So they mark, so it's the seal of Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? The seal of Wakanda, the great spirit, the great mind, the great soul. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. That's what you got going on here. So this is where it gets real deep here. So that's what that tattoo was really for when you're dealing with this, right? Now, since the second city, which is actually the fifth dimensional Earth, that's why they also had to port into Wakanda. This is symbolic of them using their macabre spaceships to travel back and forth from the third and fifth dimension. They tell you the secret to getting to Wakanda. It is to tap into your inner feminine energy, which is represented by Bastet, who then teaches you how to tap into and harness your vibrations. You see what I'm saying? Through meditation. Now, check this out. Peep game. Vibranium was a mountain that fell from heaven, crowned to the earth, heart, right? This is the pineal gland that you can activate to awaken your true God consciousness. See what I'm saying? So in the heart-shaped herb, of course, was the crown chakra. So let's talk about that. Let's see that scene there when we dealing with this particular energy here, vibranium.
Baba,
Yes, my son.
tell me a story.
Which one?
The story of home.
Millions of years ago, a meteorite made of vibranium, the strongest substance in the universe, struck the continent of Africa, affecting the plant life around it. And when the time of men came, 5 tribes settled on it and called it Wakanda. The tribes lived in constant war with each other until a warrior shaman received a vision from the panther goddess Bast, who led him to the heart-shaped herb, a plant that granted him superhuman strength, speed, and instincts. The warrior became king, and the first Black Panther, the protector of Wakanda. For other nation. But as Wakanda thrived, the world around it descended further into chaos. To keep vibranium safe, the Wakandans vowed to hide in plain sight, keeping the truth of their power from the outside world.
And we still hide, Baba?
Yes.
Why?
So, what's going on here? So you have this energy that falls from heaven, right? This vibration that falls from heaven to earth, which is representative of the cosmic energies. It manifests as vibranium, vibration, right? And it becomes a mountain. It manifests as a mountain. We already know the mountain is what? Your pineal gland. You see what I'm saying? In the mountain in vibranium, when T'Challa and Killmonger was battling, it was what? Silent. Why? Because in order to fully become enlightened, you have to meditate and be what? Silent. Because silence is the language of the Force. It's the language of Wakanda, the great spirit, the great mind, and the great soul. Right? So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on with this particular energy, right? So what is this vibranium? Because you have the spiritual side and you have the technological side, right? So Marvin, what's the technological side? I got you. Check this out. Check this out.
Vibrate.
Let's go! Hey, look at your suit. You've been taking bullets, charging it up with kinetic energy.
Put around the truck. Let it go!
Show off.
So Marvel Studios released a clip entitled Kinetic Energy from the upcoming Black Panther movie, where we see Black Panther's sister Shuri tell him, "Your suit has been getting hit by bullets, charging it up with kinetic energy." Black Panther then proceeds to jump on the car of his enemies who had been firing bullets at him and discharges a shockwave, which is accompanied by violet light, which causes the car of his enemies to flip over. So in the fictional Marvel universe, vibranium is the fictional element which facilitates the absorption, conversion, storage, and discharge of energy. However, in reality, there are certain parts of what we observe in a clip that can be analyzed scientifically so that we may be able to engineer a similar form of energy conversion wearable technology. So for starters, there are a few terms and concepts that we have to go over in order to explain the process. First and foremost, we have to understand that sound is a form of mechanical energy, which is caused by a vibration or movement of particles through a medium, either solid, liquid, gas, or plasma. So understanding that sound is mechanical energy, next we need to understand that mechanical energy is the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy of an object, that is, the energy associated with the position and motion of an object. Next, we need to know that a capacitor is an electrical component that stores potential energy in an electric field. Thunder and lightning are the result of natural phenomena, which are examples of how capacitors work. As particles in the air and clouds vibrate, move, and rub up against each other, a negative charge builds up at the bottom of the clouds relative to the positive charge on the Earth's surface. As the difference between negative and positive charge between the clouds and the ground builds up, it becomes so great that it will have to eventually discharge to balance the difference, producing a flash of lightning and a clap of thunder. Lastly, we need to know that a transducer is a device which converts one form of energy to another. So solar panels are a transducer which convert light into electricity through the photoelectric effect, and thermocouples are a transducer which convert heat into electricity through the thermoelectric effect. A speaker is a type of transducer that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy or sound, and in terms of the conversion of mechanical energy into electrical energy, you have a microphone
microphone, which converts mechanical energy or sound into electrical signals. You have a generator, which converts mechanical energy into electrical power. And you also have piezoelectric transducers like quartz crystals, which convert vibrations into electrical signals. So if we wanted to engineer some form of wearable technology that would function like Black Panther's vibranium suit in the clip, we would have to have an outer layer of bulletproof material, either Kevlar or graphene, to absorb the kinetic energy from the bullets. Under that layer of bulletproof material, we would have to have a layer of piezoelectric transducers to convert the vibrations from the bulletproof material into electricity. Under that layer of piezoelectric transducers, we would have to have a layer of capacitors connected in parallel to store the electrical energy produced by the piezoelectric transducers. And lastly, we would have to have a button switch or trigger located near the hand that, when activated, would discharge the stored electricity, producing an electrostatic discharge and zap sound like lightning and thunder. Now, this setup would also likely build up energy through the vibrations that would come from being punched, or also just walking, your daily motions. Those daily vibrations would also cause a buildup of energy. But in reality, I doubt if this would be powerful enough to flip over a car, but it may be strong enough to temporarily incapacitate your adversary like a taser or a stun gun. But I like the idea of being able to redirect the harmful energy of your enemy back at them. Redirect that harmful energy back at the person who sent it out. But I guess Black Panther's fictional energy transduction suit may spark the divergent thinking in the creative mind of an inventor who may one day engineer a device like this into reality.
So, as you can see, vibranium was able to be used as a form of advanced technology as well. See what I'm saying? So the Black Panther suit is what? Melanin. It had, T'Challa's version of the Black Panther suit had purple neon energy flowing through it, which is, we all know, the crown chakra. You see what I'm saying? And he also took what? The heart-shaped herb, also the crown chakra, right? So, Killmonger's version was also melanin, but his was gold. We already know gold is soul. You see what I'm saying? Gold, that Bruce Leroy energy, right? So the glow. He had the glow. Killmonger's was the glow, and T'Challa's was that ultraviolet energy. You see what I'm saying? That ultraviolet melanin, the third degree of black light. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. So now, what we see here is they talk to the goddess Bastet. Who is the goddess Bastet? Bastet is the goddess of healing, ancient Egyptian goddess of healing, music, vibration, protection, warfare, childlike energies, which is why Killmonger became a child, by the way, fertility, and the arts. She represented the feminine energy, or the divine feminine and dark feminine energies, right? And she was represented by the black cat. You see what I'm saying? Black Panther himself, which was the the Joji, who was the mighty panther spirit of the West Wind. You see what I'm saying? And it was said that when he roars, the suns take fright and hides in the clouds. And there was a divine and dark masculine energy. You see what I'm saying? And he was represented by what? The Black Panther. So y'all already seen what Bastet looks like. Of course, let me show you a picture of the JoJo, and we keep it moving. You know, there you go. The JoJo, the mighty panther spirit, or the mighty panther deity. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So let's continue. So this is what you got going on here with this vibration, this vibranium. You see what I'm saying? This vibranium. It was produced by it was in the scientific technology. It was governed by who? Shuri Cashapp. See what I'm saying? The goddess of writing, mathematics, and sciences, the different sciences. You know, the physics and everything. See what I'm saying? And that video, if y'all want to know, is about African creation energy. So yeah. So this is what you got going on here. So when we dealing with the T'Challa's energy, he represents us as a free, sovereign people that has transcended the third dimension. That's why while the rest of the world was fucked up, Wakanda was ascending. You see what I'm saying? While the rest of the world was descending. Whereas Killmonger represents our journey of the hero of transcending the third dimension into the fifth dimension. You see what I'm saying? So you see what I'm saying? So this is what we so I want to go over what's happening now. You see what I'm saying? So I went over visionary experiences of our future Earth and future society and golden age in my Melanin Futurism video. In this video, I'm gonna back that up by showing y'all the different knowledge and data and media that we have in the now. You see what I'm saying? That you can acquire now to build an idea, a practical idea of what's going to happen in the future. That's what this particular lecture is mainly about. So, with that being said, let us get into, you know what? Before we get into that, I feel like I should go over Wakandan magic. Because, you know, and before we get into the futuristic stuff, let's get into the Wakandan, the magical side of it. Because, you know, they only show you the scientific sides of vibranium in the show. And, of course, we use our metaphysical minds to figure it out. But they don't really show you the magical side of what's going on here. So now, Wakandan magic. So they had Wakandan mystics as well. T'Challa mastered a particular aspect known as shadow physics, where he can use his powers of being king of the dead, right? He fused martial arts and everything with with ancient alchemy. Let me see here. Yeah, T'Challa developed his own field of science called shadow physics, which combines quantum science with ancient alchemy. So check this out. Through working with the goddess Bast, he was able to acquire the title of becoming king of the dead. And of course, with that came abilities, you know, supernatural abilities. He became a necromancer. And necromancer allows you to do what? Commune with ancestral spirits, conjure ancestral Black Panthers, conjure the dead, conjure energy weapons and shields, allows you to command armies of the dead, also allows you to travel. It allows your soul to travel to the realm of the dead. He actually traveled to the realm of the dead once to resurrect his dead sister Shuri, because Wakanda had got attacked. You see what I'm saying? Wakanda had got attacked. So, now, Wakandan magic, what does it look like? You see what I'm saying? What does the Wakandan magic look like? So, here we go. This is an image of all the previous Black Panthers that he can summon now on the physical plane due to his necromantic powers now. See what I'm saying? So there you go. That's them sending counsel. This is him being able to conjure up an energetic spear now. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So you know, there was his ability to conjure up energetic weapons, and the black woman behind him, she became his head mystic. You know, she was a master mystic. That's the sister behind him. You see what I'm saying? She became a bad motherfucker in comics, from what I heard. Another scene of him communing with the ancient Black Panthers. Also, he also gained all of their experiences, knowledge, and powers from each of their lives. So they playing with this concept in the comics now. How powerful is he now that he has acquired all of their knowledge, experiences, and powers due to him becoming king of the dead? You see what I'm saying? And so this him rallying them together or whatever. So yeah, it's a whole magical side. This is him commanding the dead in the comics. See what I'm saying? Let's see. This is him when he went to the realm of the dead to resurrect his sister Shuri in the comics. Let's see here. There's one more scene. There's two more scenes, actually. Once again, him and them Black Panther warriors getting it in. You see what I'm saying? That he conjured. And he was also able to create energetic daggers as well. So, yeah. There you go. So, that's the magical side. You see what I'm saying? The ancient alchemists, the ancient occult sciences that he tapped into by working with the goddess Bast. You see what I'm saying? Bast. So, now that you see the scientific side the metaphysics and the occult sciences of Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? That you acquire when working with these high frequencies. You see now how America, they started in America, Oakland. Why they started in Oakland? Because that's where you at now. The third dimension. You see what I'm saying? The third dimensional realm. And they picked up well just after the revolution took place in the 90s. You see, I think it was in the 90s. So it's a generation later after the revolution took place, right? So a generation or two later, actually. And they started there because this is what we picking up off now. So now that you've had your revolution and the whole point of the freedom fighters like the Black Panther Party and the Nation of Islam and all those other groups at the time, the hippies and everybody, was to install physical soul onto the planet. You see what I'm saying? To install physical soul onto the planet. That's why they were so. That's why those children were so strong, so powerful. They was martial artists. They was masters of their bodies. You see what I'm saying? And minds. You know, they didn't get too much into the spiritual side just yet, but they was masters of mind, body, and soul, because they refer to themselves as what? Soul brothers, soul sisters, and soul children. You see what I'm saying? So they had a high amount of physical soul that they was personifying. See what I'm saying? If you want to check out more of what they was like, go check out some of the blaxploitation movies on Amazon Prime or / the Brown Sugar app. See what I'm saying? Whichever one. So yeah. So let us continue here. Let us continue. Now, let us go into the future. You see what I'm saying? In the future, or in the comics, it's 2,000 years later, and they're playing with the concept of a futuristic Wakandan empire. It is known as the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? And they are on now the planet known as Boss. So they ascended from the earthly energy of the heart and has fully transcended into the spiritual plane, where they are directly connected and working with Boss. You see what I'm saying? Boss Step. So now, I'm going to show you some pictures of Wakanda. See what I'm saying? The intergalactic Wakandan empire. So you have something to look forward to. This is it. This is your future that they writing out. You see what I'm saying? That they writing into. Next, you know, just showing more of the same scene. There you go, your starships, everything. So now, seeing this, the intergalactic empire of Wakanda, they're starting to tap into your future. They done with present time. The present time is fucking over. You see what I'm saying? It's over. What we know is society now is pretty much done. So now everybody's playing with futuristic concepts. They even just, in the comments, they playing with fucking the Avengers at 50,000 years into the future. 50,000 years. Why is everybody going into the future now? Because they know the present day world is coming to the end. Because the present day cycle is over. You see what I'm saying? So this you got going on here. So now, got a little video for y'all where Cuz go in on the Wakandan Empire.
Hey guys, welcome back. So now, I usually don't do this, but I kinda gotta do it this time. And that's hit you with the big fat, I told you so. And if you're new here, you're probably like, what the heck is he talking about? Fair enough. But in Marvel Legacy #1, which just came out about a few days ago, we find out that Black Panther is going to have his own planet. And now, I see a lot of people talking about Marvel Legacy #1, and there's a lot going on in this first issue. I'm not really in this video going to cover all of it, because I really don't do reviews of single comics like that. Like, once in a blue moon I might, but I prefer to talk about an entire concept or a full series and tie the references to other issues and stuff like that. More than likely what I'll end up doing with this one is just breaking it up into smaller apart pieces and just have a thorough breakdown of each of those. But what gets me is across the internet, there's a lot of mixed reviews about this issue 1. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But I feel like a lot of things that are happening in this issue are getting brushed over and they're going unnoticed, mainly because a lot of people don't really understand how they tie into what's been going on for a while. Prime example. At one point, the issue jumps over to New Mexico for the Deep Space Monitoring Station. And trust me, I get it. This issue jumps around a lot, so it's easy to brush over little stuff like this. But mainly what these guys do at this station is monitor extraterrestrial signals and monitor deep space, so if a threat's coming, they can have to jump on it. But when one of the guys walks away from his monitor, all of a sudden, an incoming signal comes from Sakaar. So now, in that Marvel Legacy issue, this one page here just stands alone. And what this does really is explain where Amadeus Cho is during the Weapon X series. And if you guys remember a while back, I did a video where I talked about some of the spoilers that Marvel shared with the new Marvel Legacy issues. And I mentioned a couple times before that the reason that Cho wasn't there to face off with Batch H was because he'd be going to Sakaar. And as it turns out, that same distress signal that was received in New Mexico saying that they need to hope, Cho received this message and he answers that call. And I'm not the biggest Amadeus Cho fan, but I am intrigued enough to keep reading and find out why he's losing control. Because that's why he's out in space in quarantine to begin with. But we'll dig deeper into that in another video. But what I want to focus on more in this video actually starts back in Secret Wars. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the 2015 version of Secret Wars, I did a
P-Gang called it Secret Wars. What we in a Secret War?
video on Black Panther using the Infinity Gauntlet, which took place within the Secret Wars event, and that'll probably be your quickest way to get caught up on what all happened in that event in about 10 minutes or so. But Secret Wars is pretty much what wiped the slate clean and gave us all new, all different Marvel. And after that, we got Marvel Now 2.0, and now Marvel Legacy. And Marvel Legacy is really a montage of things manifesting as a result of Secret Wars, of Secret Empire. They're really just taking the time to bring everything full circle and make it more connected as well. And because of this, now in Marvel Legacy, we'll begin to see things that are coming back from events that happened before. So in 2015 Secret Wars, issue number 9, I believe, it was the very last issue of that run. There's about 8 or 9 issues in it. But after Black Panther put into place this elaborate plan on how to beat Dr. Doom, who had achieved godlike powers at this point. But when this happened, Molecule Man transferred Doom's powers to Reed Richards. And from there, Reed Richards pretty much reset everything. And that's where all new, all different Marvel pretty much began. But Black Panther didn't only see this as a plan for success, but also as an opportunity to push further forward his Wakandan people and introduce to them an entirely new solar system. So now Black Panther traveled to a region that was only known of oral history. He did this using the time gem, which immediately disappeared. And I believe we discussed on why it disappeared, because in different realities, the gems would literally have no use. And that's why when Black Panther had the gauntlet, it would only work in certain sections of Battle World, because it was patched realities from different places. But either way, he has it set up in Wakanda to where they're sending out huge payloads to colonize on this new planet. And so now in Marvel Legacy number 1, we kind of get a glimpse on what this planet is looking like. So now, for those of you that saw my review on the first Black Panther trailer, you already know I compare a lot of Wakanda's visuals to Star Wars. But man, in this first issue of Marvel Legacy, and I don't know how many of you are Star Wars fans like that, but this planet looks a lot like Coruscant. And that's just my opinion. I really like Star Wars, and that's the first thing that came to mind. And on top of that, I wouldn't doubt, like, I don't know this for sure, but I wouldn't doubt that they took some inspiration from that as well, when it came down to designing what exactly this planet would actually look like. But I love what they're doing, man. So now, the actual name of the planet is Bast, named after the Panther god, of course. But what Marvel Legacy also does in its first issue, they establish that we now have the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. And what I believe this is going to do in the future is tie more Black Panther storylines into Guardians of the Galaxy. And even more likely, or hopefully, the new issues of Ultimates. But what I would like for them to do is kind of clear up the moment where T'Challa helped establish this planet and draw the connection to him now in the new Black Panther series and also in the new Ultimate series. Because we talked about before in a previous video, speaking on Wakanda's history and how they named their newer established cities after previous Black Panthers who accomplished great feats. One of the most recent being Burning T'Chaka, who's T'Challa's father, and this city is located in the northern west region of Wakanda. And we see that they do the same here on the planet Bast, naming the capital after T'Challa. And everything for this hasn't come full circle just yet, so we still gotta kind of wait and see how this ties into the current run of Black Panther or even the issues Ultimates. And like I said, those are just things that I'm looking for to come full circle when they bring this all back around. So now, the next thing that I want to mention, and it's not a whole lot that we really have to go off of because we really won't have but that much information about this planet so far. But another thing that we do know is that there was already life on this planet before the people of Wakanda started to build their colony colony on it. In the Secret Wars, T'Challa talked about it a little bit, saying that in the West it was vacant, so they would start their colony there. And the natives of this planet in the East were living pretty primitive. They would share some of their technology with them in order for them to live better. And from the new images, it looks like that's exactly what they did. But yeah, they didn't just start going over there busting heads and putting people in slavery. That's gonna be in Black Panther Secret Empire. No, I'm joking. That's not really a thing, so don't go out there looking for that. Oh, man. Anyway, let me stop. But for a little bit, I want to talk about vibranium. So now this alien element dates back to about 10,000 years ago, where it originated.
Vibranium has an atomic number of 66, which is 12. You see what I'm saying? Which is 12. 1 plus 2 equals what? 3. Which is the number of your higher self, the higher frequencies. Deep gang here. They know what they doing.
From is still a mystery in both types of vibranium, whether it's the one in Wakanda or in Antarctica. We don't know where either one of them came from. We just know for the longest time that they're here. What I'm curious to see as the Black Panther explores this new world, this new solar system, like, will we find out that this is the planet where it originally came from? Planet M2367-1A, this M-class planet, could it be where it all began? Because hearing about vibranium on any other planet aside from Earth is very rare. And I do mean very rare. I think the last instance I've heard or anything about it is isolated incident with the Spartax Empire, and that really digs more into your Shi'ar storylines. And as unlikely as I feel that small mention would end up back here, that's one of those things you never know it could, because that also tied into Captain Marvel as well, who's also Black Panther's teammate on the Ultimates. But aside from this being where vibranium came from, aside from that, we also had to consider all the new possibilities and the new potential of the elements discovered on this new planet. And with the imagination and innovation of Wakanda scientists, the potential just shoots through the roof. And what they discover here on this new planet can make vibranium seem like toilet paper. Not to say that they will make vibranium toilet paper, but just saying that it can make vibranium more useless if they find other elements that are similar but improvements or just far more superior overall. But this, like many other things, we'll have to wait and see when it comes full circle. Now, I don't believe the full reveal of this will happen this fall, because there's a whole lot of other stuff going on in Marvel right now. And that's not something we know for sure. We just know that it's coming eventually. It's not like we have a specific date or we know what issue the Planet Bast will premiere in. But my best guess would be either Black Panther or New Ultimates. And I kind of feel like it's more likely to be in Ultimates. But I'm going to wrap it up here for this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this new Planet Bast? Personally, I believe this is a monumental moment and achievement for the Black Panther character. And a genius move as far as the writers expanding this character and taking him to a new level. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit me up on Twitter as well. And I got a bunch of other links up here if you guys want to learn more about Black Panther or Wakanda or the history of both. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
So they expanded the Wakandan Empire, according to the text. They expanded that motherfucker across 5 galaxies. Not 5 solar systems, 5 galaxies. The Wakandan Empire is in 5 motherfucking galaxies, y'all. Y'all know how big galaxies are? So they expanded their empire that far. That shit is crazy, right? You see how monumental that is? And it's governed by what? The planet Bast. Bast's energy. You see what I'm saying? The plane or realm of Bast's energy. See what I'm saying? So in the JoJo, you see what I'm saying? Which is the masculine aspect of Bast. So you really got, they really playing with new concepts with these energies. See what I'm saying? The heart-shaped herb is distributed amongst the masses now. So everybody getting the fucking heart-shaped herb now. That's like a natural liquid in on planet Bast. So everybody got that super strength, super speed, and everything now. Oh yeah, it's serious what they doing with this. You see what I'm saying? It's serious what they doing here. So it's a big event. It's a big event, and this is them portraying to us what the empire. Empire just mean, empire just, the root word of M is electromagnetic, and pi, which is another way of saying pyro, is fire or soul. So it's electromagnetic soul. You see what I'm saying? So that's all empire represents. And who are the electromagnetic souls? Us. Who are the soulful people? Us. See what I'm saying? What we usually say? What they represented us as? What literally represented us with? The X. Why? Why the X? Well, in Olmecan mythology and sciences, The X represents genetic activation into universal power. And then Sufi teaches the X equals up to be the number 10, which is the number of the perfected man and woman, God, goddess, Titan, and Titaness. You see what I'm saying? And so I got a little picture of our ancestors tapping into the X. You see what I'm saying? The X. So here we go. Here we go. That's the X. One of your ancestors. I think this is Omeki. Yeah, Omeki. And he what? He's showing you the X. How you can become a completed God. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here with this fire. With this fire. Now, we're going to shift gears. This is why they say Wakanda Forever. You see what I'm saying? But we're going to get into that later. So now, let us continue here. I want to shift gears a little bit, and we're going to focus on, we are going to become the new golden people of the new golden age and resurrect the cities of gold, which was El Dorado, which they reference in Black Panther as well. But El Dorado is not in Africa. It's technically in America because that's where they took the teachings from. But El Dorado is actually the fifth dimension itself. See what I'm saying? Now you have ancient El Dorado, which was the ancient beings over here. You see what I'm saying? Who were glowing gold, the golden energy, the golden force. You see what I'm saying? So this you got going on. What did ancient El Dorado look like? Oh yeah, let's get into that. This is what ancient El Dorado looked like. Fucking pyramids was gold back then. There go another image. An old school image. So the signs of El Dorado is us. The golden cities, the golden race / people, and the golden culture. Which was the original golden age before. The ancient golden age. Now, we're starting to tap into the new golden age. You see what I'm saying? Starting to tap into the new golden age, right? That's what it's all about. Returning back to what we once was. So, let's get it in here. Let's get it in. But first, a little excerpt on the golden children and the golden energy. So let's get it.
Every 1,000 generations, a perfect child is born. A golden child. He has come to rescue us. He is the bringer of compassion. If he dies, compassion will die with him. Nothing in this world will hurt him. But if he were to pollute himself with anything impure, he would become vulnerable. There are many great wonders which exist in the universe. There are planets which are made entirely of diamond, like the planets 55 Cancri and PSRG 1719-1438b, which are the home worlds of diamond-based crystalline entity life forms. There are also planets made entirely of gold. Just like the planet Earth is mostly composed of water, and beings from Earth are also mostly composed of water. Beings from other planets are composed of the elements, which are the most abundant elements on their home world. Thus, beings from planets made entirely of gold are themselves also made entirely of gold. This is the extraterrestrial origin of what is known as the golden race, or the golden child, or golden children. The golden race came to the planet Earth 12,000 years ago. We crash-landed in the remote mountainous region of Bayan Karayula in China. Our crash was recorded on the artifacts known as the Drovas stones. The Drovas stones are stone discs which contain strange hieroglyphics which describe our arrival to the planet Earth. Once we migrated out of the mountains, we mixed in and interbred with various human populations all over the Earth. In the various places we settled, we established our temples where we taught the shamanistic practices of transcendental meditation and astral projection as a way for our descendants to stay in contact with our home world. The golden race race mixed in and interbred with all human races, but there was significantly more mixing in, done with the human race, you call Asian, and also the East Africans known as Nubians. This is why many Asian people have a skin color which is yellow, which is close to gold. This is also why the word Nubian comes from an ancient Egyptian word, Nub, which means gold. In ancient Egypt, the golden child was called Hornub, the offspring of Thoth and Cashapp. This is why you find cities called Kush in both the regions of Nubia and Asia. This is why it is said that the Asiatic black man is the maker, owner, cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, and god of the universe. The Asiatic black man is symbolic of the golden race. In the 2017 movie Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the golden race was depicted as an extraterrestrial race called the Sovereign, and their leader was named Cashapp. Because the extraterrestrial golden race mixed in with various groups of humans in ancient times, now, modern humans have different degrees of this golden DNA. Sometimes you can just see it. When you meet certain people, it is as if the gold just shines through from within them. These are people who are descendants of the golden race. Sometimes one of the golden children may not know why they are special, but they notice that people are always drawn to them. People have a tendency to want to follow them. People always want to be in their presence, to bask in their glow. The golden children themselves may feel somewhat strange, awkward, and insecure. They have an awareness that other people don't seem to have. But they have to learn how to harness their power to gain access to their higher abilities such as telepathy, intuition, and clairvoyance. They are empathic. They are very gifted. They represent the next evolutionary quantum leap. They are able to modulate certain tones and frequencies at the speed of vibration to transcend existence and energize and de-energize at will. People may call you a nut, but you must remember that Nut was the name of the ancient Egyptian sky goddess. So you are in fact a Nut, the child of the sky, the child of the stars, the golden child.
Yep. So now, he spoke of the golden child, the golden children. Who are they? The golden children are actually the last generation of children to hit the planet. You know, there were 7 generations of starseed. The Blu-ray, the flower children, the indigos, the crystal, the diamond, the rainbow children, then the diamond children. They came like hand in hand, and finally the golden children. See what I'm saying? So now, there was a particular movie that came out in the 80s that's called The Golden Child that Eddie Murphy created, right? So now, Eddie Murphy is the character Chandler Jarrell, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm saying his name right, Chandler Jarrell, but we know that Chandler just means to channel. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So he's the channeler. Now, he's the chosen one. He meets this East Indian lady as well, and she tells him that he's the chosen one, that who's going to protect and save the golden child from the forces of evil. Who is the forces of evil? The Archons. Because Cuz transformed into what? A winged Archon, a winged vampire. You see what I'm saying? So this is what's going on here. This is what's going on here with this winged vampire. He had to fight this Archon off. You see what I'm saying? And fend for the golden child. They gave him a dagger, the lightsaber, Excalibur, the Kundalini energy. You see what I'm saying? In the form of a sacred relic that can kill this fucking being. And he killed him. You see what I'm saying? He stabbed his ass in what? The heart. Because these motherfuckers ain't got one, so he had to wipe him out. And then what happened to the Archon? He couldn't handle the vibrations of the Kundalini force known as Excalibur, and he spontaneously combusted. You see what I'm saying? Now, the golden child has psychic abilities. He has supernatural powers. And they say every 1,000 years, these golden child hits the planet. But now, since the end of the age, it's multiple golden children hitting the planet. You see what I'm saying? At once. So, and don't get me wrong, golden children are across all generations. You know, there's a few across all generations. But the last major group, who are mainly anywhere from babies now to, I said, the age of 10. You see, it's 9 or 10. See what I'm saying? Because the rainbow and diamond children are anywhere from the age of 11 or 12. 11 or 12 on up to, you know, about 15 to 17, somewhere up in there. See what I'm saying? So now you got the crystal children. They doing their thing. They in the range from right now from they new youngsters right now, new adults walking around. So they in the age range of 18, 19 to about 27. You know, 26, 27, somewhere up in there. You know, us indigos, we the actual adults now. So, and then you got the flower children. They the grandparents now, and the fucking the Blu-rays are the great grandparents now. You see what I'm saying? They in their 70s and 80s. So when the flower church is in their 50s and 60s, the indigos is in their late 20s to early to mid 40s. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on. So yeah, you got 7 generations of starseeds down here doing their thing. You see what I'm saying? These golden children, the architects of the new earth, the first seeds of the new earth. That's why they're here. You see what I'm saying? They're here to witness the destruction of this particular plane, and they're going to be the first masons, the first creators, the first regenerators of the new earth. You see what I'm saying? They're going to be the ones who grow into the new earth. Whereas we're going to experience it as adults, they're going to be able to grow. They're going to be able to grow up in the new earth. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. And so they're going to be the most advanced at the end of the day because they experiencing the new earth firsthand. So this golden child had supernatural abilities. He had telekinesis. He had the power to heal. Those were the 2 main abilities that they showed. You see what I'm saying? He channeled his energy through Eddie Murphy to crank the car up, which is a form of technokinesis. You see what I'm saying? Power over technology. So this is what you got going on here. And he had the power of psychic touch. He could channel his energy into you to activate you. So the kid was a genius. The kids was a genius. And so there's a lot of things in this movie you got to pay attention to. You know that they try to cover up this child rape and molestation and shit because they showed it in the movie. They trying to cover it up. What they trying to do here? They trying. Eddie Murphy went on a TV show to tell about this missing girl who was wanted, and them motherfuckers wouldn't even let him talk. So he had to take the goddamn mic from him and talk. They worry about turtles and shit, but they ain't worried about the star children, the star kids, right? So hashtag Save the Children. That's the new program that's out that the Star Season dishing out right now. So this is not a new phenomenon. He told it in the movie how they really feel about children. They'll sacrifice the motherfuckers first chance they get, you know, because they may be hungry. A lot of people are hungry, so they sell their children into this shit. You know, that's why the trafficking is so strong. They call it human trafficking, but we know mainly it's starseed trafficking. You see what I'm saying? So they put the child in this cage. And they surrounded him literally by evil, which was ancient, corrupt, archonic symbols, right? And they had 4 mad monks in that bitch chanting until, they was doing their thing. So, yeah. So the chosen one, who was Eddie Murphy, who was an indigo at this time, was chosen, the psychic warrior, to save and protect the kid. You see what I'm saying? To protect the kid. So he goes and he saves and protects the kid, and they fight off the Archon, and they go to the monks out there in Tibet, and the monks tell them what it is. The monks said something real powerful in the movie. He said, "Oh, the magnificent Americans who have so much power, but so little understanding on what to do with it or how to use it." Which is one of the greatest truths I've heard in a movie. Yes, Americans, the indigenous black man, woman, and child, melanated beings over here are the oldest beings on the planet. So we have so much power, but because we've forgotten who we were, because of all the fuckery that happened over here, all the destruction and everything, we've lost connection with our soul power. You see what I'm saying? And so we had all this power, because everything we do, the rest of the world mimics and reflects it back to us, right? So everything we do over here is reflected back to them. So they upset now because they like black people no longer creating. Damn right. It's been a universal order for us not to create right now. Because every time we create, you kill off the goddamn scientists anyway and inventors and goddamn to steal the technologies and lock them away. What use is there for technology if you're gonna just lock it away in some fucking, some back end, some underground base or some shit? So what's the use of creating anything in this society if that's what you're gonna do with it? You're gonna kill off the scientists / inventors / mathematicians and physicists and goddamn take their technologies, and you ain't even, the worst part is you're not even gonna use them, you're just gonna lock them away. You see what I'm saying? You're not even gonna use them, or if you do use them, you're gonna use them for diabolical purposes. So it's been a universal order that came down from the cosmos to cease, and it's a cease and desist for black people to stop creating shit down here. Let this shit be destroyed. That's why you're not seeing black people create for real. Because we stop them from creating. Because every time we create, they kill us off. What's the point in creating? And you don't even get to see your inventions. They go and they take the shit, reverse engineer it, use it for diabolical purposes, or worse, they just throw it in the fucking goddamn room and don't even use it at all. Because since it's made by us, we gain power from our own technologies. We have a history of it. So they got fucking thousands of years of advanced technologies locked in goddamn museums, underground museums, archives, libraries, all over the goddamn planet. And they just keeping our technologies from us. They don't want us fucking with our own shit. Not that it ain't got nothing to do with them using it, they just don't want us to use it. So they rather lock it down and not advance society than to, continue to create. So that's why you're not seeing black people create en masse no more. That's why you're not seeing that shit no more. And truth be told, we still doing it, but not to the degree that we were doing. It's still a few that came down here to do it. But as you can see, even with them, it's still fruitless. Motherfucker created goddamn water filtration machine to save the people in Flint. When last time you heard from it? See what I'm saying? The U.S. government offered him some money to pay it and pay for his patent that he had. And if he didn't sell that patent, they was gonna kill him. You see what I'm saying? They threatened you into taking your shit. You see what I'm saying? They've been doing this for hundreds of years now. You see what I'm saying? Since they've been in power, they've been over here since 1607. 1607. America was fully created in 1776. They've been fucking off in our country for the last 400 years. You see what I'm saying? So they've been fucking off in our country for the last 400 years, doing dumbass shit. You see what I'm saying? With the fuckery. And you know these some foreign beings to our planet. They can't be from our planet. Who the fuck blocked you from scientific greatness and goddamn advanced technologies to further advance society? Only some wicked, diabolical, archonic motherfuckers would even think of even doing it. You see what I'm saying? Would even think of doing that wicked shit that they doing. So they tell you even in the Jasara Act that they got 6,000 patents. Bullshit. Them motherfuckers, that's just from the last 120 years that they've been stealing patents from people. They got over 200,000 patents just from the last 200 years. They got over 10 million years worth of technologies locked in our goddamn archives. You see what I'm saying? That we was using. Oh, don't think that they ain't got our original spaceships down there. They just reverse engineered that shit and using them, and I think they using them for their particular space force. But we had spaceships too. Don't get it twisted. We can fly non-macabres metaphysically, but we also had spaceships. So this is what you got going on. Now they so-called trying to create a new world on our planet with this Jasara and Nasara bullshit. And the utopian society is still based off money. You see what I'm saying? But instead of money, they want you to feed them your energy. You see what I'm saying? But they gotta raise your vibrations to do this. That's what the QAnon and MAGA and the SSP movements is all about. This is what you got going on, this crazy ass shit you got going on this planet. So the golden race, the golden children is us. The golden ones. We the ones who our ancestors had golden blood in our body. We just talked about this in my blood codes video. Go check it out. They had RH node. You see what I'm saying? The golden blood. See what I'm saying? So we the ones who had that in our body. They were ancient Egyptian giants. You see what I'm saying? Black gods, black goddesses. You see what I'm saying? Black children. God-like children. You see what I'm saying? Titans among men, as they called us. Heroes of old and warriors and warriors of renown. You see what I'm saying? They can call us Nephilim. They can call us Anakim. They call us what the fuck they want to call us, and they corrupted Hebrew doctrines. But the evidence is there. We were giant, interstellar, interdimensional beings at the end of the day. And now we're going back to that. We're going back to that program. So that's what the golden child was showing you. He came here to save the world. If they kill him off, what? He lose compassion. You see what I'm saying? Every 1,000 years. So the last 1,000 years, they tell you what? They killed them off. And because they killed them off, they left him or her, because actually the golden child is a woman. The little girl is a little girl that's doing all that. Not a guy. So the last being who hit the planet 1,000 years before this event, they killed him off. You see what I'm saying? They killed him off. There was a man. There was a Gnostic. There was a Gnostic. You see what I'm saying? They call him Jesus now, Heru, Isus, whatever, Yahshua, whatever the fuck they want to call him. But him and the Gnostic clan, the Gnostic team, were the last of the true mystics at that time. You see what I'm saying? So that was 1,000 years ago. Here it is 1,000 years later. Now we, the Starseeds, the Order of Starseeds, are the latter day so-called saints, so-called mystics, magi, Jedi, you see what I'm saying? Scions, sorcerers of the time. You see what I'm saying? We just came here to make sure this shit transitions smoothly. Make sure that things go according to plan, as according to the cosmos, Mother Earth, and everybody. So this is your future. We are on the verge of creating our own intergalactic, interdimensional Wakandan empire. But first, we gotta finish up the fuckery down here. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna go over that later, the Infinity War, at a later date. You see what I'm saying? But right now, we're gonna talk about our future. You see what I'm saying? What you capable of. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna be capable of. Wherever you learn down here, notice what Killmonger showed you in fucking Black Panther. He burned the temple of Bastet. Why would he do that? Why did he burn the temple of Bastet? Because Killmonger's whole storyline was showing you that he did it on his own personal power. He ascended into what the fifth dimension, the crown chakra, and became the emperor, the new titan on the block. You see what I'm saying? The new titan on the block, right? Makes perfect fucking sense, right? So that's your journey of the hero, your transition from the third dimensional plane to the fifth dimensional plane and beyond. Some of us may not even go to the fifth dimensional plane. Some of us may go to the 6th, 7th, 8th, 12th, 13th, 15th, 17th. Here, wherever the fuck you came from, whatever frequency you vibrating on, that's housed inside this fucking this meat trap we in called the apparatus, this body, this biosuit that we in right now. Whatever frequencies you vibrating on, however powerful you are going to that's gonna be the frequency and vibration of your particular aeon, your universe, your realms, your existence that you're going to create, your sphere of consciousness that's going to be placed on the tree of life, eternal life. You see what I'm saying? Within the pleroma. This is what you got going on here. So that's what the golden child is about. The return of those star children. You see what I'm saying? Those star children. Every 1,000 years. It's the last of the 1,000 years. Everybody all the children start coming back what? At the end of the Civil War. If there even was a Civil War. Well, we're going to call it the end of the Civil War. Which is the mid to late 1800s. You see what I'm saying? You had forerunners like Marie Laveau, like Pastor Beverly Randolph, and everybody else who came to set up shop. But ever since then, they've been just setting up shop. Your Marcus Garvey, your Noble Drew Ali, your Empress Verdiasis, your Honorable Elijah Muhammad, your Dr. Yorks, your goddamn your metaphysical teams like Bobby Hemmett and everybody. You see what I'm saying? So and Miss Blues and Brother Panics and everybody, they were the forerunners to set this shit up for us so we can finish it up. We here to complete what they started. So yes, all your abilities is coming online now due to this. You see what I'm saying? But the trick is you gotta practice. You see what I'm saying? Training days, you gotta practice. How you gonna use abilities that you ain't never even fucked with before? So go outside, practice your abilities. Whatever abilities you desire, or whatever techniques you desire, now is the time to practice them. A good trick to pull them out your subconscious faster is listen to self-hypnosis tapes. There are self-hypnosis tapes on electrokinesis, lightning bending, pyrokinesis, fire bending, aerokinesis, air bending, healing. You see what I'm saying? Hydrokinesis, water bending. Healing is called vitakinesis. It's all kinesis. So it's all the kinetic arts. So you start pulling all that shit out of you now. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait. You see what I'm saying? It's plenty of hypnosis tapes out there. And all you gotta do after listening to the hypnosis tapes is create catalysts, methods to pull those abilities out, whether it's knocking paper over with your chi, or manipulating the flame, or conjuring the flame, or manipulating water and the air and the elements, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Or space and time, whatever you want to do with your fucking sovereign being. Notice, which leads me to my next topic. Notice that he talked about the sovereign in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Who is the sovereign? They were a golden race of being on the planet Sovereign, which is you in the future. You want to be golden beings. So here we go. This is talking about you. Let's see here. Here's the planet Sovereign in the Guardians of the Galaxy. And here's a picture of the golden beings. You see what I'm saying? Look at that solar energy coming down. That shit fire, right? You see what I'm saying? On the planet Sovereign. So peep gang. I got a video for y'all, so you can hear them. And notice they attacked the golden beings in the show. You know, they was trying to steal their batteries, their soul energies, their soul forces. So let's see here.
We thank you, Guardians, for putting your lives on the line. We thank you, Guardians, for putting your lives on the line. We could not risk the lives of our own sovereign citizens. Every citizen is born exactly as designed by the community. Impeccable, both physically and mentally. We control the DNA of our progeny, germinating them in birthing pods.
Guess I prefer to make people the old-fashioned way.
Well, perhaps someday you could give me a history lesson in the archaic ways of our ancestors. For academic purposes.
I would be honored, yes, in the name of research. I think that could be pretty repulsive. I'm not into that kind of casual.
Oh, please. Your people promised something in exchange for our services. Bring it, and we shall gladly be on our way.
She is your sister.
She's worth no more to me than the bounty due for her in Xandar.
Our soldiers apprehended her attempting to steal the batteries. Do with her as you please.
We thank you, High Priestess.
This is Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Bo. Tima.
My mother is from Earth.
And your father.
He ain't from Missouri. That's all I know.
I see it within you. An unorthodox genealogy. A hybrid that seems particularly reckless.
Yeah. So, you know, his father was ego. And through ego, they destroyed the golden race. They show you this shit in the Guardians of the Galaxy. So, yeah. So, this is what they doing here. This is what they showing you here. So, yeah. Yeah, but this is your future. You the golden people. The golden beings. The golden society. You see what I'm saying? This will be rebuilt. The objective here is to rebuild what? El Dorado. You see what I'm saying? To rebuild El Dorado. So let me read this here. We are going to become the golden people of the new golden age and resurrect the cities of gold, El Dorado. Guardians of the Galaxy, the Sovereign, Golden Race, Planet Sovereign. And I should give y'all images. The golden age is about rebuilding El Dorado. The golden cities, the golden culture, the golden soulities and spiritualities and mythologies and people and you know, just our way of life for the most part, right? See what I'm saying? And the realms of gold is going to be called the golden realms, you know, or the God force. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So this is what you got going on here. So when we say Wakanda Forever, we mean that the great soul in us lasts forever, as this represents genetic activation to universal power according to the Olmecs. Then I go into the X, the science of the X. So there y'all go. There y'all go. This is what we're dealing with here with this particular energy. We are working on rebuilding El Dorado, aka the intergalactic / interdimensional Wakandan Empire. You see what I'm saying? Aka the sovereign. You see what I'm saying? The sovereign galaxies. You see what I'm saying? So cause we are the sovereign natural people to this planet. See what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. So definitely, y'all, definitely. This is the truth of our heritage that we've inherited from our ancestors / our futuristic lifestyle that we're about to give to our ancestors or descendants. So yeah. So there y'all go. There y'all go. There it is. There it is, y'all. The Wakandan motherfucking Empire. And if y'all didn't get a chance to see it at the beginning, this is the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. If y'all missed the first half, I'll show you one more time for y'all. So yeah, Planet Bast. So there y'all go. Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever, right? So yeah. Wakanda Forever. So, any questions? I'll take questions now. Pretty much done, y'all. Pretty much done. Oh yeah, 34%. Okay, we good. Yeah, I'll take a few questions. Yep, Wakanda is the source. There you go, Wallace. We are literally the source. Wakanda is the source, the pleroma, the pre-existing one, all of that in one. That's what the Great Spirit is in the Omaha mythologies and spiritualities. So, yeah. Any questions? Any questions? Yep, Wallace, I've seen it. It's beautiful. Every home has flying vehicles. Technology is nuts. See what I'm saying? Technology is nuts. Off the chain. Shit, not only can you fly on your macabres, all black, goddamn spaceships with kicking out golden force and you know, liquid energy, flying across the cosmos once more. No longer bound by the restraints of this bullshit we call third dimensional arcanic society. You see what I'm saying? Shit, yeah, you free again to become the best, to become all you can be, to become all you can be, the best of the best. So, any questions? Ripple, what can we do to enhance blood techniques with the moon? But the moon is feminine energy, so magical spells is good. Shit, iron. You know, you taking some iron to supercharge your blood. Drink it with some smart water. You know, you got electrolytes in it, so that'll make your blood electric. You know, a few things you could do. You know, of course, chin spells. Many things you can do. You see what I'm saying? You know, meditation, meditating to the moon. You can hold the moon tarot card that also activate the moon, just like the sun card to activate the sun in you. The moon is inside you, just like the sun is inside you. You see what I'm saying? The moon is never melanin, by the way. Black light, for real, for real. So yeah, that'll activate your ultraviolet energies. You know, you got 3 levels of black light: gamma, X-ray, and ultraviolet. So yeah, and then you get into white light, which is radio waves, the rainbow spectrum, yada 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 yada. Jules, thanks for opening up on the macabre, cause I'm gathering pics for my live I got coming through. I've been working 12-hour shifts. I understand what a 12-hour shift is, because I got to go into one tomorrow. So I feel you, Jewel. Christopher, where do we find hypnosis devices? You can find them on YouTube. Yeah, you can find them on YouTube. Just type in, say for example, you want to learn electrokinesis, just type in electrokinesis subliminal and listen to that. That'll help bring those abilities out of your subconscious and unconscious mind, so you can start to work with them and, you know, tap into them. Jewel, Akon came out and said his city about to be the next Wakanda. Oh yeah, that's what's up. I doubt he gonna have too much success down here, cause this shit about to fucking transmute. So, you know, but more power to him. You know, he doing what he do, I guess. Water's been feeling exhausted as fuck these days. Yeah, get you some little elixirs to keep your energies up. Cause you burnt that. This society will burn out your energies. And of course, meditation, Tai Chi, Qigong, to go with it, to keep your chi up as well, your life force. Chosen Prince, I've had many dreams of flying from different galaxies. Speaking to the mind before you sleep is a great exercise. Yep, awesome exercise. So any other questions before I get up out of here? Before I roll out. Miss Pat, can I get a list of the children or the Starseed children? Yeah, I post them up. I post them to you or send them to you in Messenger. Yeah. And I also got a video where I'm talking about called Heirs of the Force, where I go in on the Star Children. So yeah, you can check that out on YouTube if you like. Is where I see both of them, the list and the video. So any other questions before I go? Or are we done for the day? Wallace, what to avoid? Anything that society throw at you and make it look good. That's what you avoid. Anything that society throw at you to make it look good. You see what I'm saying? Shit, if they said go left, then your ass need to be going right. They said go up, then your ass need to be going down. Anything they make you look good and throw at you, you run the other way. Cause usually it's some fucking psyopic attacks and some fucking bullshit. Like say for example, they tell you to go back to school knowing there's a so-called pandemic going on. Who the fuck tell you to go back to school when it's a pandemic going on? See what I'm saying? So the opposite, you do the opposite of what they tell you to do. So don't take your children back to school. Leave their ass at home. Ask how your children been feeling since they been home. They ain't been sick for real. They been happy. They been probably learning more at home than they have ever in school. Cause school just give you some bullshit ass goddamn teachings, and they just put it on repeat. You basically learn the same shit for 12 grades. You see what I'm saying? You never learn anything new. You bet. I don't even know if they still got trades in school. Do they still got trades in school? Shit, hell. They used to at least have trades, you know, get you prepared for society, but I don't even know if they do that now. So, yeah. So, there you go. But, alright, everybody. Yeah, that pretty much wraps up Wakanda Forever. Marvin Jones. Y'all put the word out, share this with your friends. So, fuck voting. Nah, you probably ain't even gonna be an election. You probably got to worry about voting. Nobody got to worry about voting. It's a good chance it won't even be an election. So yeah. You can share it with your friends, let them know where it is. If you want to check out my other lectures, you can come holler at me on YouTube at the Mail Now Order. And if you want to Cashapp me, donate, it's MCJ Network. And I'm out. Peace.